my sign language interpreters. We have Chebi Watts and Esther Kendi. So today on the Glamour Show, we have a lot prepared because here is where we get to meet very professional and skilled people in the hair, modeling, makeup industry, people who are very professional and skilled, and we get to really learn a lot from them. I hope that happens for you too. I hope you get to join us each and every time and you learn new things which are going to be very helpful for you in the future. So don't forget to leave a comment at Science TV, the Glamour Show, when you watch it on YouTube or any platform. So today, my guest, oh my, I have a guest all the way from China, and I know you all are ready to get to meet him and get to interact with him. Hello, how are you? Welcome to the Glamour Show. I really am so excited that you're joining us today. So please, I hope, tell us how you're feeling even being at Science TV today.
Hi, my name is Isaac Pen and I'm from China. So I've been in the hair industry for the past 5 years and I only do high-end human hair products, and I'm the wholesale supplier for many high-end salons based in Nairobi and in other cities of Kenya.
Interesting. As you have heard, my viewer, you've really gotten to hear the industry which you're going to be talking about today. So please, you've also mentioned that you stayed in Kenya from 2017.
Yes,
So in
correct.
the hair industry, please tell us, how is this a business generally, in a general perspective? How is the hair industry?
So basically, I think the hair business is very large in Africa, especially in the emerging markets like Kenya, South Africa, and Nigeria. Those are huge markets. And why I choose Kenya is because this country, so far, I think is one of the stablest country in Africa, and the economy is growing consistently, and that's why I choose to settle in Kenya instead of any other countries.
Interesting. You chose Kenya. So what other previous places you previously grew up or started? Did you start the business in China and then decided to expand it to this field or to other industries like in Kenya? Or how? Tell me about the beginnings.
So how I get into this industry is I send my resume to one of the company in China, and I studied in China, and then after I graduated, I signed my interview to this company. Then sent me to Africa to do the marketing for the hair company. In the beginning, I feel like it's very weird for me to sell hair to women because we don't see it's a common thing in China. But however, after I got to Africa in Kenya, I see this is a huge market. And also after seeing our clients wear our beautiful products with human hair, I feel like it's a accomplishment. And also I feel so happy, and that's why I start to digging in this industry more and more.
Interesting. That is so nice. So when you were coming, were there other people who already, or the business was already set up in Kenya, or what was the situation which you find yourself in?
So in the first time I got to Kenya was 2017. I came to Nairobi and I find already there's a few suppliers from China are settled here. And why we doing better than the rest of them is because we do a differentiate products to Kenya. For example, the quality we are better, and then the price we were also selling very competitive, and that's why we start to growing and growing bigger in Nairobi market.
That is so nice. So please tell us about the different types of hair. When you talk of texture and prices, explain to us deeply about that.
So in human hair industry nowadays, we do have different types. For example, we have single drawn, we have double drawn, and we all coming from different donors. And nowadays in Nairobi markets, we more focusing on the double drawn side, which is more luxurious and more with higher quality. But nowadays, especially in Nairobi CBD, a lot of people are selling fake human hair still. So I wonder we need to do more education about human hair so people don't get conned with the money they have and also they don't wear bad hair here.
Interesting. So you're talking of how people are getting conned and buying fake human hair. How can someone even get to understand a real human hair, a fake human hair? Because maybe I have some of my viewers who might think that they have very good hair, but how can they differentiate the two?
So basically now human hair we do have pure human and also we have mix. So human hair can mix with animal hair, with synthetic hair, so that can make the price a huge difference. So how do you identify the human hair? You can simply just remove a few strands of the hair from the wig or from the bundles, and then you burn it. So real human hair, they smell like your African hair because African hair is also human hair. So if they burn and smell the same like your hair, it means it's human hair because it's protein. And also, if it smells like plastic, most likely it's plastic hair, synthetic hair, or mixed hair.
Interesting. And that is very clear elaboration you've given. I'm really amazed by that because now I've understood. I hope my viewers are getting that too and they're going to test it out. So please tell us more about how do they get to achieve these different colors when it comes to hair? We get to see a variety when it comes to color of late. How do we even get to achieve that?
So basically, there are two ways that you can achieve different color. First, we can dye the color in the factory in China according to our preference in the market. And secondly, we can also dye the hair in the salon in Nairobi or wherever you are, so you can do it whatever you want.
That is quite clear. And now getting back to the business which you're running, with the different types of hair which we are selling, we have some which are cheap, which are expensive, and apart from the quality aspect, how do you get to really know or give a price to these particular hairs? How does the price difference come in?
Okay, so for the price part, I feel like we need to show some samples. Unfortunately, I didn't bring the sample today, so you won't be able to compare. But in business, we say you pay for what you get. So basically, if the price are too good, there must be a trick inside. So pure human hair with good quality are usually very expensive, start from 5,000 above. And the lower quality, we usually find it in downtown Nairobi, for example, River Road or in Tamboya Road. So yeah, I used to run a shop there, but then I gave up because there were too many fake hair and selling too cheap, and then people doesn't understand. So that's why I decided to move to the upper markets, for example, in Kilimani and Lavington and Kileleshwa and Westlands. Now, those areas are my clientele nowadays.
Interesting, because on those roads which I've just stated, probably it will make sense when you talk of the qualities which you're getting, which is cheap. And that elaboration is very, very clear. So when you talk of hair, I'll really even want to get some samples, like some photos, to make sure my viewers can really understand. As much as we don't have the quality here, you can get to see them through photos. Some people will actually say that this industry is quite hard to navigate. What can you really say about this industry?
I would say the business are quite competitive nowadays, and with multiple suppliers in Nairobi and also in Kenya, I feel like it's very hard to identify which one is good quality and which one is bad. However, for me, as a supplier for so long, I feel like I insist with good quality. And I know some people would say, oh, these products might be expensive from Isaac. But however, I feel like as long as I insist with quality and I don't compromise with the price, eventually those clients who knows good hair, they will always come back.
Interesting. Let me add on that question. And where does the hair come from? There's a part you had mentioned, some from animals, some from real humans. Please let us know where we get this hair from.
So basically, human hair are not coming from the dead bodies. There are a very interesting rumors about the pure human hair coming from dead bodies. But so the real resources are usually from Southeast Asia, for example, Bangladesh, India, and Vietnam, Cambodia, such developing countries. You know, Asian human hair are very good quality and they are all very thick, healthy, dark hair. So that's where we go to collect those donor and then we process in the factory in China.
I hope that is clear for everyone who was going around with the rumor, because sometimes people will be curious saying maybe we get the hair from animals or from all these other places that you have mentioned. Please tell us more. Or let me just take a short break. Let's come back to continue the discussion and let's get to learn more about the hair industry. And welcome back from that short break. This is the Glamour Show. Allow me to continue with this interview, but before then, please join us here at Science TV, the Glamour Show, and make sure you're leaving your comments in the comment section. Make sure you're bringing your questions to the guests. They'll be able to maybe get to see them and maybe sample some of your feedback. So back to you, Isaac. So how did you even get to create your clientele in Kenya? Because you said you came in 2017, you're having a business. How did you get to get your customer?
So the first time I got to in Nairobi, I stayed in Kilimani. So from there, we bought a few samples. So how do I do the marketing was I carry my sample in my bag and then I go to knock the door to doors for the salons and for the shops in town. So I basically walked around the whole Nairobi to do my marketing and to show my clients that I have this, and then I have the prices, then you can check, and then this is this item, this is this item, and then slowly we build the trust, and then people give me more reference and give me more feedbacks. So from there, I was be able to get more clients from Nairobi here.
So the aspect, was it difficult with communication? Maybe you're finding people who are not so conversant or the language is not so easy. You have people who speak Swahili more than English, or how was it? Because marketing is quite difficult. Please explain to us about that.
So, you know, for myself, I studied tourism in university. I didn't actually do the marketing part. However, I came in Nairobi, I feel like people are very friendly to me. So I didn't meet any big issues here. And people are very, very kind to me. So they always embrace me like, hey, Isaac, yeah, welcome. Show me what you have and give me the price list. And do you have this? Do you have that? So it was actually quite easy for me. I don't know, maybe because I'm a Chinese who speak English here. And then, you know, in upper town, for example, Kilimani, they do speak more English instead of Swahili. So that's why I feel like the communication was easy for me. And I definitely enjoyed this journey for the marketing part, meeting new people, meeting new clients. Every day is a new fresh day to me in Nairobi back then.
Interesting. because that aspect of marketing and communication is is where it's always difficult.
Yeah, that's true because in the beginning, definitely there will be some people who say, no, I don't want you to be here. But I would say in the beginning, 95% of the clients I met, they all welcomed me. So that's why I definitely a lot of people in Nairobi, in town and in Kilimani areas, they all knows me, Isaac, as the human hair supplier.
Nice. Oh, I really want even to give you a challenge today because you are from a whole different country. You've come here. We're not even having an interview with a deaf host. Is it something you had ever envisioned?
Yes, definitely. This is the first time for me in my life, but I feel like it's such an honor, and also I think the community here definitely also needs a voice and also needs to hear what the other part of the world to say, especially in the beauty industry, because everybody deserves to be beauty.
I'm really even hoping I can teach you, or you can get to learn some sign language here and there. That way you can actually interact, even have a simple conversation with a deaf person. So please allow me to talk, or please tell us more about the challenges. One of those things which you can say are the challenges which you've faced in the industry.
So in the industry right now, as a human hair host supplier, uh, I feel like in the business, people do want some credits from time to time. So those credits later might become a bit difficult to collect back. So that's one of my dilemma nowadays. Um, I feel like the economy is kind of tough, and also if you want to store a lot of human hair in a different country, for example, in Nairobi, it means you need a lot of capital. And then a lot of the shops in Nairobi, they don't have the capital enough to store the goods. So sometimes they do take a lot from me and then later it becomes difficult to pay me back. So that's one of the major problem I have it in the business right now.
Okay, so you're really talking of the capital and all that. So please tell, if I need to start a human hair business, approximately how much money do I need to actually set up such a business?
Well, I can't give you a exact amount that you can start because we do have different products and different products come from with different prices. So let's say if you open a small shop in town, and I feel like at least you need another 300 to half a million shillings with a presentable store so you can show your clients that you have different varieties. But that's not it. I think that's basically a very minimum capital requires because if you do a pure human hair products, it means the stock are very expensive. So it really depends on how you want to restock your products in your shop. So yeah, but basically I feel like below half a million and over half a million, let's say, would be a good start.
Interesting. So when the business started, who actually introduced you and what parts were you really most interested in?
So I was introduced by the company who was based in China, and then I came here and because I already studied in the company for half a year before I come here to do the marketing, so I already know some knowledge. And then I was started from online selling, and then after I come to Nairobi, and then I have to go face-to-face selling, and start from there. I start to grow. Yes. And the knowledge I got from was coming from the company who was teaching me the knowledge about these products, the human hair, and then the most interesting part in this industry, I feel like it was, we have different color and have different texture. For example, we have straight hair, we have curly hair, we have body wave, we have so many different kinds, and hair is very playful. And after you see your clients to wear different hair, they change to different person. So that's the very most fun part.
Nice. So you've also really talked more of having, when you started, you mentioned on other countries like South Africa, Nigeria. Do you have other places where we have setups or people can actually get the product from? Are other countries where you're located?
So yeah, nowadays I also sell to Ethiopia and South Africa. I used to work in South Africa for 1 year. I was living in Johannesburg, and I feel like that country, the industry are quite competitive, but also people have more money to spend compared to Kenya. So basically, I feel like those are the markets that with very competitive markets and also with more rich people there. But however, I feel like in Kenya should be my base because here is an emerging market and also for me it will be easier to start from here. But I do supply to different countries in Africa, including the US. Yeah.
Nice, interesting. I hope my viewers are really getting to know the way forward or how they can actually get good quality and learn a lot from us. So please tell us how, if there is a trend happening or the type or anything that is going on, how do you get to identify it? Uh,
So nowadays, I feel like, especially in Kenya markets, people are more linked to the bone straights and also the HT lace because bone straights are looking very, very luxurious and it's actually easy to maintain. It's just straight hair and also the HT lace. The HT lace and the normal lace. So the HT lace is quite invisible and give you a very natural hairline. So that's what I most selling products in Nairobi nowadays. And also compared to the normal lace, the HD lace giving you very luxurious look, then people doesn't even see the lace and it looks very natural. So some of the good lace can basically not detectable. So when you wear the HD lace, it's very, very natural.
how do you get to pick on trends? Example, a hair which is more trendy, or how do you even get to pick on it from the customers or from social or where?
So basically, I also focusing on the social media marketing nowadays, and you do see different trends from Instagram, Facebook, and even TikTok nowadays. So that's the most places that I find different trends, and some of the trends are coming from outside of this country, for example, America and Nigeria or South Africa. So I pick from there, and also, there is a huge market in China for selling these kind of products. It means my factory in China also have the team of collecting different informations in the industry so we can act very quickly to produce the products that my clients want and also for the Kenyan markets. Yeah.
Nice, interesting. So please, as a man or as a gentleman, you are now selling hair. You had mentioned that it wasn't the most comfortable. How did you navigate?
So in the beginning, I feel like it's kind of weird because I've never seen this industry before after I signed up for the interview, which the company sell the hair. But later I realized it's a huge business and it's a industry that can grow very, very fast. And you can see that when your clients wear the different hair, they do look with a different personality. So, and that's a very, very big accomplishment for me as well. So that's where I start to think that, oh, this is just the pure business, and also this can make African women look more pretty. I feel like that's what I'm looking for here.
Wow, interesting. So we have some girls or some people who might feel that the human hair is not really their thing, or if they wear the hair, it's just not their thing. How do they get to pick the perfect hair?
So I guess those kind of clients that I always have, Like they never wear human hair before. They think it's complicated. It's very hard to wear, to maintain. But what I can say to them is, when you try to do the weaving or even do the wigs, I feel like they can definitely give you a different vibe, for example, and also it is not as hard as people think. It's actually quite easy to wear, and can, for example, you wake up in the morning and then your hair looks bad, and you just need to quickly just put up some wigs, and then you brush a little bit, and then that's it. You're ready to go. So it's actually very, very convenient for people.
Nice, and I actually agree with you on that. So which is the best trend you've had so far? What is something that was actually really the trend that made very good sales?
Nowadays, definitely the trend will be the HD lace for me, because I don't even sell the normal lace anymore, because the markets really like the HD lace, giving them the natural hairline, the undetectable lace that looks quite real. So that's my most selling part, and also I can see a lot of people are starts to switching from the normal lace to the HG lace. Even though the HG lace are very expensive, however, people are willing to pay the price for beauty, and that's the trend I have so far.
So is there any other skill that someone needs for them to be in the industry or work in the hair industry or work with you in the industry?
I feel like in this industry it's almost like hospitality industry. You have to be very patient to explain to your clients, and also that you need to be very specific with different products. The skills you need is just like you need to be passionate about this industry, because it's very different than the other ones. And some clients will be very, very picky, but then, however, as long as you have the patience and also explain to them how it works, I feel like that's the skill that you need. So basically, I'm saying that communication is very important in this industry.
Can you please add or advise a young person out there or any viewer who maybe is they know about you and maybe they really want to get to connect or they are struggling somewhere? What advice can you give to any of my viewer out there?
So for the viewer here, you can reach me out on my Instagram page. It's called hairbunter.com. Later, I think I can put it on the screen. And then for me personally, I feel like I'm the tallest Chinese in Nairobi. So basically, I'm very, very easy to identify in the streets of Nairobi. So yeah, just go to my page and look for me. And also you can call me anytime on social media and also on my WhatsApp number.
And if someone is interested in working with you, how can they even get to communicate with, or how can they do that? Are you also interested in working with people, or you're closed off?
Yeah, I'm very interested. I'm open to all kinds of clients here. So you can talk to me on my social media and on my number. I can leave it later here, and then you can find me on my page.
And before even we go, maybe someone will want to come and buy one piece of hair from you. Do you sell each piece, or do you sell only in wholesale?
Yeah, so let's say 98% of my sales nowadays are coming from wholesale, coming from the salons and coming from the shops. However, I do have some retail clients. So if you do want to buy and try one piece from me, I can also sell with a very good price.
Interesting. I think we've gotten to really learn a lot from you. I really hope from everything which you have shared today, we are going to learn, and from the pages which you have also shown on the social media on our screens, I hope you're going to pick it and get to make sure you engage more with our guest. I really hope, my viewers, you've been well, you've learned a lot from our guest, Mr. Isaac, and I really hope you get to comment or ask your questions down below. You can get to find this show also, or snippets of it, on other social media platforms apart from YouTube, and leave a comment. Also, if you want to get to watch us on TV, you can get us every other Tuesday at 8 p.m. And if you're not on screen on Tuesday, 8 p.m., you can always find us on YouTube. I have been your host, Edna Kaindi, with my sign language interpreters, Irene Chibiwat and Esther Kendi. Thank you so much, and thank you, my guest, for coming.